Do you remember those cables that were mysteriously damaged in the Baltic Sea? A lot of people kept on saying it was sabotage. When authorities got there, they found a Chinese vessel, and so they started investigating. Well, that ship came from Russia, and now Russia has deployed a military vessel to observe what's going on. It would be one thing just to send a ship there just to observe, even though it makes no sense, since it really doesn't technically directly involve Russia, except for the ship coming from Russia. But according to a Finnish newspaper, they are there not only to stay and observe the situation, but simply demonstrate force. Now, why would you need to do that for a Chinese ship that may have just drugged its anchor for 400 yards and damaged these cables? Unless there's things on board that you don't want people to see. It needs to be said, though, that the Danish did intercept this ship and they're holding it while the investigation is going on. But if it was just a mistake, why would the Russians send a ship out there? But the story takes another turn when you start realizing that there was a pilot on board, a Russian pilot. And if you know anything about pilots, they're known to get on a ship to make sure that things aren't hit, whether it be underwater obstacles or running your anchor across cables. It's like the one person that specializes in that certain harbor. So it is very suspicious when that person screws up and then damages some critical cables. That Russian captain does argue that he was off the ship when this happened, but still, as a pilot, it's your job to make sure that these ships know what they're doing. So I'm very, very confident that this would have been something that he goes, oh, hey, don't drag your anchor, by the way, because there's cables over here. Something that I'm sure was probably relayed to the Chinese ship. But then again, we don't know. The investigation is still underway. As soon as we find out anything, I'll be sure to let you know, so be sure to follow me for more.